I've just started prioritizing things, and I think about my top priority first. If I have to decide, do I want to attend the Zoom call at 2 o'clock Eastern today, or do I need to work on my YouTube channel? Then whatever my priority is, that's what I do. And you got to keep asking yourself, is this what I should be doing right now? Is this what I should be doing right now? What should I be doing at 3:30? I got a conflict on my schedule. Should I do this or should I do that? Whatever your priority is, will answer that question for you. And if you let your priorities focus you on what you're doing, I think that'll help. But it's just a conscious thing you got to think about more instead of, oh crap, yeah, I'm gonna go do this one and then I'll listen to the other one tonight, and that takes up some other time that you had planned on doing something or spending time with family or whatever. So just try to do that. I don't know what your priorities are, but write them out: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what you spend your time on.
And the
And
main way
after
to
you get
decide that is
one
what
done,
the main way to decide that is what's going to make you the most money.
Pick up the phone, start dialing.
well, I don't completely agree with that because
No.
you've got to have some short and longer term things going simultaneously, or you'll spend all your time on short term stuff and you won't accomplish any long term stuff. And YouTube is one of those long term things. You got to build it a little at a time, and that is a priority because it will supply all of your leads one day, and you won't have to spend any money on any leads. You won't have to pick up the phone and call any prospects because they're gonna come to you. So I don't know what your priorities are based on what I know. I would put priority on your channel. Not all of your priorities necessarily, because you still have to eat while you're building your channel, but it's got to be pretty high up there.
So let me ask you both this. I had a devil's advocate on my brain this whole week, and exactly what you're talking about priority wise, my vision wise, I don't want to be in Arizona. I've been here pretty much my whole life. I see myself traveling the world. I see myself going to Florida, going back to Vietnam, wherever else, and building, wealth online and building teams and helping businesses online and things like that. So I don't know if building a living in Phoenix, Arizona channel might be a thing, or while I'm here, still do it and then just sell my channel later or do something with it. Like, what do you guys think about that? Or do a different type of channel?
Well, it's definitely saleable. So until and if you know the date and time you're moving, if that's long term, you got to build it to feed you while you're there. I mean, Andy started benefiting off his channel in month 7, first closing. Then you can do it faster because Andy took every bit of that knowledge he's accumulated since 2022 and put it into that training. So I think you can start getting deals off of it much faster than that.
Probably about half the time. Plus, you're in a market that is 10 times bigger than the market I'm in,
Yep.
which was, part of our problem because I was headed down the wrong road to begin with because I was doing, I was following another, you know, guy that was doing it and he was in a bigger market. And I was trying to do the same videos he was doing. And then it finally dawned on me after about 4 or 5 months. Hold on a second. I can't be doing the same videos he's doing. I'm not in the same market. I'm not even going after the same people, so, and that was, my mistake, but it was something we learned early on that you have to find your niche, narrow it down and go after that person that's looking for you.
I
But
agree.
to answer your question, yeah, you can build it up and sell it. I mean, um, I've heard stories of people who have a pretty big YouTube channel that is producing, real estate, and they've been offered millions of dollars for the channel, simply because of what it's doing. So, I
You
mean,
could
go
you
ahead.
could build it up and it start throwing off so many leads that you build a team, and then you move to wherever and keep your team in the Phoenix area and keep your channel and not sell it. I mean, there's you got lots of options.
That was one of my options for sure.
Yeah, I just, my wife is in the military. Well, she's the cyber branch chief for cybersecurity for the Air Force. And with all the stuff where they're making the government employees come back to the office and all that. Well, so we were in a situation where we were thinking, oh man, we're fixing to have to move back to Washington, D.C. because she's got to go back in the Pentagon. So anyway, we started, she's like, what are you going to do with your real estate business? And I'm like, what do you mean, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to be living in DC and it's still going to be running here. I mean, I ain't going to do it. I'm going to still be doing, they're going to send me the videos. I'm going to edit the videos, put them on, still run it, still answer the phone, the whole 9 yards. And they're just going to be here selling real estate, paying me referral. I'm going to be getting 50% commission while I'm living in DC of property selling down here. So, you know, yeah, a lot of options.
It's like me, Toy. I've got a team in Louisville, Kentucky, but I spend my winters in Gulf Shores. So I'm running my team 600 miles away. My YouTube channel is performing 600 miles away. I got 7 people, buyer's agents, and a listing specialist, and taking 30 or 40% of every deal that they do.
Yeah, and the other thing was I was planning on doing like a referral thing too. If I don't want to build a team, I can just refer out all the leads that come through the
Yep.
channel.
And that's probably smarter because then you don't have the headache of knowing you got to feed those people.
Do you give them leads or how?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is it mostly coming through YouTube or is it coming from other sources?
It's mostly coming from our website right now. My channel is still very how shall I say it? It doesn't have the attention that it needs. My daughter was putting 75% of the videos out, and I was about 25% when I'm physically there. And when I'm not there, I put out very little, other than I'm working on a big project, a new construction project. But my daughter got pregnant, and she hasn't done a video since last August. So right now the channel's suffering, and so that's one of my priorities, but it's not the top priority right now.
So how are you getting leads through your website? Are you doing landing page? Are you putting ads? What are you doing with the website?
I've got I was spending money on pay-per-click ads driving traffic to it, and I got a ton of leads from that. So I've got 16,000 leads in my CRM, and I'm still paying money to retarget those leads. I'm just not generating new leads to the site. 'Cause it just got to where I had to cut something because the market's just been bad in my market for the last couple of years. I've had, well, I already had 2 part-time agents on my team, but I've had 2 other people go get jobs, and now they're doing real estate part-time. So it's really just 3 of us.
That's tough. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people are struggling too. And yeah, I've been in my learning phase lately too. So we gotta make something work.
But time block, make creating videos a priority. If you don't have time to edit them, send them off to somebody else to edit. Just get that channel hopping, and then you'll have options.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna hire it out. There's a way I want to get it done because it's gonna take too much time. And my goal is to do 2 videos a week. That's the only way to like make it skyrocket. So think of like a Tuesday and a Friday release. So you guys saw I already did a thumbnail, so I know how to do a thumbnail. So I'm gonna keep working on that. So I think I want to set some goals. So like when I meet you guys next week, this is my intention. These are the tasks I'm gonna get done. And so I'm gonna report back to you guys next week. So the things that I've gotten done so far is that we got the channel name. Okay, so we got living in Phoenix, Arizona, because we found out that was the highest key search on TubeBuddy. Phoenix, Arizona, and then we're gonna put in parentheses the best because that's what Andy suggested. I think that's kind of cool. So we'll do that. So we got that as channel, and you said that I'm gonna use the domain website because that's where it uh has it. So you said put call. So call living in Phoenix is like 3 L's, so it's kind of weird. So I saw somebody else have called dot living in Phoenix, Arizona.
Just keep in mind they don't have to match.
Yeah, I don't know what else I would put it that would stand out. Like what would you put the domain? if your
Well,
website, if your channel is living in Phoenix, Arizona, the best.
well, driving traffic to your YouTube channel is a completely different initiative than driving traffic to your website. Which do you want to do? Which is the priority? And there's where you spend your time. Forget the
YouTube.
other one, or downplay the other one, or don't worry, make it similar, but it doesn't have to be the same.
No, I think this is when Andy was talking about how we can have them connect to us. So when they click on our link, it goes to our landing page for them to put in the information. That's what this is.
Yeah, and but I'll
Okay.
tell you that I
But
have
that,
never, I don't know, I wouldn't say never, but we have hardly ever had anybody go to our website and come in as
Right.
a lead.
Yeah.
It's always through YouTube.
Yep.
So I mean, and I'm kind of like Tim on this aspect, looking back at it, I would focus strictly on the YouTube channel, and I might would put a link on to like a calendar, where they can jump in a calendar
Calendly.
and schedule a
Yeah.
call with you.
Okay.
And I would just
Oh,
leave it at that.
Calendly.
how about
Okay. So
this?
that I don't need the domain then. Okay. So what about my website will be just something else, but the link that they click on to schedule with me, I can use Calendly.
I'd use my EXP website and just have and if you wanted to get a, domain and purchase a domain like living in Phoenix, Arizona, living in Phoenix, or you could just do living in Phoenix or living in Phoenix AZ, whatever, and then you could have a redirect where it takes directly to your KV Core website, and then you don't have to go through the trouble of building out a site.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I use my KV Core because through Anthony, same thing. He's helped a lot. So I got to go back and finish that, and I'll go through all those recordings.
yeah.
So yeah. So Kim Howe had a special with him. It was like $20 a month, and they were charging like $100, $200 a month, and he had some specials and keep going. But like, so now I think it's only $20 a month that I'm in because
Yeah.
of the Campbells. So yeah, it's really amazing that
We
go
did the
through.
same thing this morning with Freedom Team. They he 19.95 a month instead of
Oh, so he did offer it to you guys too? Okay,
yeah.
great. So that's amazing. Yeah, it's great. Because I know other teachers coach it too, and I don't see anybody like that's good like him. He's
Yeah.
gold. So
One other thing, I want you to think about this too. You're spending so much brain time thinking about what do I name this, and it doesn't matter. When they click on I want to schedule an appointment with Toy, they're not typing a URL in to get there. It's
right.
automatic. So it doesn't matter what you call it.
Hmm.
Call it timewithtoy.com and send that to your Calendly page for a 30-minute strategy call.
Yeah.
Redirect that to your Calendly 30-minute Zoom, and that's what they do. I feel like, and don't take this wrong, but I feel like you're overthinking it. Uh,
Always.
just make a decision and do it. You can always change it later.
Bookwithtoy.com. I've already had that already. Okay, good.
There you go. It's done.
So my first three videos I determined, and because of the cities that have the high rankings, Phoenix, Scottsdale, and Chandler. So the first three videos will be about the real estate market. I already ran some stuff with GPT. And then my fourth one will be overall Arizona real estate market. And then I learned that we'll put the Phoenix first and we'll keep looking at the analytics when it starts getting slow reviews. Then I put the Scottsdale in and then keep going there and there. And then the fourth video will be put it all together. So I got those first four videos down. And then I need help with you guys later on as far as like how to get I think we talked about this, like the cost of living in a specific city, like the data points, like that to me, I feel like I don't have enough information to do a good long video on.
Put all that in GPT too.
Yeah.
You can, or there's your website right there, niche.com,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
type in your city, and it'll give you all the stats you need. But I'm like Tim, I'd go
Okay.
to Chat GPT and just ask
Those
it.
are,
And because you can do a deep search on Chat
I'd go for
GPT
that for
now.
everything too.
And if you do a deep search on Chat
Yeah.
GPT now, it'll search,
So,
it'll deep dive.
so I have a goal for next week. I need to have my banner done. Okay. So make me accountable to that. So I need to have my fully banner for that channel to be done. Um, I need to link my online. seller's guide and buyer's guide on there somehow. I need to look on that. And then I was going to do new construction tour because that's huge. And then I think the Dallas guy had a reduction tab, like biggest price reduction or something. And it gets huge reviews. So that was another tab that I was going to do, price reduction.
Just
And
be
then I think I
careful
told
with
you
that
guys,
because those are not evergreen.
yeah, exactly. How like you said it, how you guys teach it, promote that, but you're promoting the area, promoting the
Yeah.
city. Yeah, exactly. Because
Yep.
I was telling you the other day, like I don't know how to put so much enough content on there, but that's the thing. You just fill it with like not just about the property, but the area. That's what I like about what you guys teach. So I think that's really good.
Hey, and
So
your buyer's guide or and seller's guide that you want to send to people that you want them to click a link, just put it into a Google Drive, but make sure when you put it in there that you allow anyone with the link to be able to open it. And then that also helps with like if you were to send them an email from KV Core and you send it with that in the email, when they click on it and download the guide, it what they call warming it up. So basically it tells KV Core that and Google that you're not sending spam. So it kind of helps you in your open rate. So, because a lot of times when you send them out like a weekly newsletter or whatever from KV Core, it's going to show up as spam for some reason. It does it almost every single time, and they have to mark it that it looks safe. But if there's something in there from Google that they can open up in a Google Drive, it actually tells the system that this is not spam because you're connecting them to your Google Drive, so as you're giving them something, so they know it's not spam. It's just a little trick.
Google Drive, gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And you can go in KV Core if you're watching KV Core stuff now. You can go build a landing page in KV Core that connects to your Google Drive that makes people put their name and email address in order to download that.
Yeah.
And you could put that in and have that way you can capture their name and email address whenever they are going to get the form. That's the way I did it. Is I built a landing page that says, relocation guide for, our first time buyers guide or whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. And then I have it connected like with a link. When they click on the link, it takes them to my Google Drive so they can download it and they get exactly what they're asking for, but they have to fill out their name and email address so that I capture their lead information.
Right. So tell me if this is too much. Okay. I have tabs, I have knowledge, I have avatar, I have passion and things that I think with this channel, with my knowledge, what I want to do, and my brand, my handle or whatever, the as is realtor. So with the channel, new construction tour, neighborhood tour, price reduction with the neighborhood tour, move up millennials, downsizing baby boomers, distressed homeowners selling as is. Is that too much? Because that's my area, that's my niche, that's my avatar. Like, is that too much if I put all that in the YouTube channel?
No, just create playlists for each one of those that you're talking about and do
That'd
and
be
do
okay?
videos for each one of them. And then you'll
Okay.
start, like I said, people will start. The main thing you want to make sure of when you're creating a video is you want to make sure that that is something people are searching for.
Yeah.
So take your idea and go into open up an incognito window and go
Yeah.
into YouTube and then put that idea into a search bar and
Yeah.
see if there's any videos out there and how many views they have and see if it's actually searchable. And then that way you can play around with it. And then you can take that same idea, throw it into Chat GPT, make sure you hit the web button on it and say, I have this idea that I want to do for a YouTube channel, for a YouTube video. Um, this title there's not many searches for this title. Can you make suggestions to make it searchable and keyword give me some keywords to put in. And ChatGPT will give you the answer and it'll tell you exactly. So then it'll score off the chart and you'll get a title that actually is searchable. And then that's what I would name my video. Still do the video, have the content, but and that's what you would name it.
Yeah, TubeBuddy is actually really good too, because when you put in the keyword in TubeBuddy, it'll show you videos already that's has that.
Yep.
So yeah, I've used that. Okay.
And vidIQ has a new, I don't know if you use them or not. I use
No.
them and TubeBuddy, but vidIQ has a new button where you can go in and sign and find a video that's viral, say if there's a real estate tour or something out there that has like 500,000 views, then you can hit the remix button at the bottom and it will actually take your niche from your channel, as long as your channel is old enough, but it'll take your niche from your channel and it will reorganize it'll give you a title and an idea and a script on what to do in order to make your video just like that viral video.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
crazy.
Did you try it?
I've tried it several times. Yeah. That's how I did we were doing a video for there's basically a hotel over in Gulf Shores that had closed down. Somebody goes in, buys it, refurbishes it, and is selling the hotel rooms as condos. And they're really small rooms. They're 200 square foot, if that. But they're selling them for cheap. They're like 197 grand or whatever it is. So it's one bedroom, one bedroom, one bath. It's a hotel room. That's what it is. It is a freaking hotel. But ChatGPT suggested that or vidIQ suggested that I name it the video tiny homes. That I just call it tiny homes. That one little keyword, tiny home, in that title, blew that damn video up. And we've gotten probably no nobody's bought one of them yet, but it's given four people to call us. It gave them a reason to call us, and they wound up buying other condos. We had one buy a $650,000 condo, but called on that one because he was like, it was such a cool video. I'm like, thanks. But it worked because I got the phone to ring.
Yeah. I saw an advertisement, something like that. I said, that's pretty cool. And I tried it, but I didn't go beyond that. But yeah, I think that'd be neat. And it's like whatever your content or subject's about, they'll mix it to relate it to yours. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, but what's this service subscription? It's like service subscription is drowning me, guys. It's like drowning me big time. So
Yeah, I know. I have to go back through some of mine sometimes, and I'm like, what am I paying for? Why am I paying
$200
for
a
that?
year. So this is 200 a year. These other ones I have like 200 a month, 100 a month. Like, man, it all adds up, guys. Like, it is not easy being a business owner, being independent.
Goes back to those priorities again.
Yeah,
Stop paying for it if it's not one of your top two priorities. You can do it. You can resubscribe later.
very true. Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Correct. I just canceled one that
Oh, yeah,
INVIDEO.
that's good. Yeah,
It's a real good platform, but I looked at it and I was like, I've used it one time in the last 5 months, and I'm paying, oh God, it's $28 a month or something for it. And I'm like, nah, I'm canceling. So I canceled that. I canceled a bunch of them in the last few days. Because there's so many of them out there that are that are free, but the main one I pay for is Chat GPT, and I mean, that's worth every bit of the $20 you spend on that a
I
month.
know, right? That's the best $20 ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. I love it.
Yep.
I don't know how we live without it. This is like we were born in the wrong generation. Yeah. So how's your series thing channel going, Tim?
My new construction,
You had a series that you were working on?
it's paused right now because I
Yeah.
found something else that's a higher priority right now.
You want to share?
But once he does get it turned on, we're going to set him up with a new construction funnel, and we're going to get that thing. We're going to hook those videos up to it and watch the leads just come rushing in.
So I
Yeah.
need you to help me with funnels. I don't know how to put stuff together. I have a struggle because my limiting belief is I'm here on my own and trying to put this huge business together and trying to get money coming in the bank. And it's like, I don't know all the things to do. The funnels is key though. I don't even have one funnel yet.
Yeah, we don't either. We're just learning it.
Nice. That's so awesome.
Well, we're rolling out next week our whole attraction funnel.
With the
That's
Jeff
been
Morel, with Jeff, that one.
well, it's with Michael Reese, but same thing Jeff is doing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to learn funnels, that's what I would say you should do is sign up with Michael Reese and just start.
See, that was another thing I was gonna sign up, but then again, I was so turned off by all this monthly stuff. There's just so much monthly that it's all adding up. That one's going to be a huge monthly too.
Yeah, I think that one's 297 a month
Yep.
after a $500 setup fee, 497 setup fee.
Yep. And then ads,
But you get rid of some of that other shit you shouldn't be paying for. That'll pay for that. And
and then you gotta pay ads. So like I honestly I went through the whole funnel and I understand their concept and I've seen others. So I figure I'm gonna try it on my own. I'm one of those guys. I think if I can do it on my own, I'll do it. And if I have enough knowledge, I can do it. So all they are, again, they are doing the as is realtor type of stuff. And it's like same thing with Jeff Morrell and Kathy, their videos. You see other people doing the videos. So I see other people doing these same type of videos about um themselves trying to get homeowners to sell their house as is cash without listing it and all their benefits. That's what I do. That's the as is realtor concept. So from I think your guys' training or somebody else's or one of the Grow Global training, it said that if you go towards those type of people, 95% of them don't sell it for cash.
right.
So most of them will end up listing it with you, and it's like no competition whatsoever. So I've screen recorded their script. I read it, done my own GPT script, the as is realtor. Like I have my own funnel with YouTube. I'm gonna maybe I should do a month plan with you guys, or maybe 2 weeks, but I'm gonna start doing YouTube ads and start doing local service ads and targeting these exactly like how they're doing it, just recording videos and putting out there and having a lead magnet. So that's why if I have a seller's guide or some guide about selling your house versus a realtor, this and that, you be the top of their funnel. I think that to me is my route. I feel like that's what I need to do and what I'm gonna be working on. And then once I get some cash, then yeah, I'll join all the other stuff. But yeah, I think that's their funnel. That's pretty basic and easy. What do you think?
It's another pillar.
Yeah.
Where's your current business coming from?
Referrals. I have a lot of people on the fence right now. It kind of sucks. I don't know why they're on the fence. I don't know why they just decide not to do anything. So, and a lot of my investors are kind of maxed out. So I had my best year in 2021. And then after that, seems like it kind of slowed down, kind of melted. So now it's like I'm kind of rebuilding my brand and finding out like what's my niche, what I'm doing. So with you and everybody, that's where I got the as is realtor, got the so it's also an investment thing. It's not just the real estate. So the 5% that do sell it cash, my objective is to buy it. I'm the investor too. I want to buy it first. And if I can't buy it, I'm gonna wholesale to somebody else and then they can fix and flip it. So like I have the whole gamut, the whole spectrum of how I can help people.
You got a lot going on.
I do. That's why I'm bald, Tim. That's why I have no hair. So, but yeah, I do online stuff too, but that's, my main love is real estate. It's real estate and business and passive residual income.
There's a lot of moving parts to that.
Yep, I'd do 2 videos a week. I'd create a funnel, and I don't know
So how do
what.
you create a funnel? What'll be your first step?
I can't teach that class yet.
No. So I think I
That's
try to
why.
make it too complicated. I think I just gotta
Well,
put the
there's
first,
one funnel. Let's say I I believe you partner with somebody and let the expert do the work, and don't try to do everything yourself because you're drowning. You got so many things going on. I would say.
yeah,
So I would partner with Michael on that, and I can introduce you to him, introduce you to that program, whatever. But they have one funnel right now they're beta testing, but it's already crushing it, and it's a cash buyer funnel.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That I've seen them all.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the
It's
one
easy.
where the seller puts their address in this system, this funnel, and in minutes they have 5 offers?
Wow.
And then you, as the agent, the last thing you do before you give them those offers, and I don't understand it well enough. I don't think the system actually gives the offers. I think the system
No.
creates the offer, and the last thing you do is you force them to schedule a time in your calendar, a date and a time
Exactly.
for you to go meet with them, see
Yep.
if their house qualifies, and to present the 5 offers.
Yep.
And then your foot's in the door. Then you're listing it on those 95% of the people that have an interest in selling their home but didn't want the cash offer. I mean,
Yep.
it's genius.
Yeah. That's what I've been seeing. So that's what I'm trying to put together is that. Because if I go through them, it's gonna be several hundreds per month.
Yeah. Then
Monthly
just use um EXP's, what the hell's it called? I just lost it.
landing page.
No, they're brain fart. Their system where you put the house in the buy box and see if they're investors.
Express offers.
Express
Yes,
offer.
thank you.
Yeah.
Just use that.
Yeah, that's what I was
Use
gonna say.
use
Yeah.
open door, use
Yep.
that. I mean, but you got to do all that shit manually. This through AI is putting that address out to all these systems at the same time and bringing back offers at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. That was in my wheelhouse for the as is realtor. Yeah, we have express offers. Like, why would you sell it to one investor when you can sell it to hundreds of investors in our database that will fight to give you the highest offer?
Now,
And
Toy, I'm
then,
not I'm not trying to sell it to you, but another thing that Michael and them do is that's what we were just talking about. Is they do a new construction funnel where
yeah,
you kind of pair it with your YouTube channel, and
yeah,
they get you to do 12 videos of different neighborhoods, and
uh-huh.
then you just basically set that up with your clients in a new construction funnel, and and I can attest to it because I have turned it on, and the phone rings off the hook. I mean, off the hook. It was like we had 157 leads come in 2 days. I mean, it was nuts. I couldn't, I mean, I had a buyer's agent and she was literally on at the time we only had one buyer's agent. Now we have several, but that one buyer's agent, she called me crying. She's like, you got to turn it off. I can't answer all these phone calls.
That's
She
funny.
said, she said, by the time I'm answering one, the phone, there's somebody beeping in. There's another lead coming in. The phone's ringing.
Holy moly. Okay, I want that problem
Right.
because I'm calling people and they're not answering the phone. They're not calling back. I'll leave messages. I leave texts. Like, why did you sign up for? Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I gotta find a different way how to get leads. But yeah, that's
YouTube
good.
is your
Now,
YouTube's your answer. That's how you get leads. Now the ones that call you off YouTube, you ain't gonna. They're warm leads. They're hot leads. They'll call you and like we just had one this week that called us. Let's see. Well, it was what's today? Tuesday. They called me on Thursday. They were coming in town. Aileen showed them property on Friday and Saturday. They called us yesterday, said they got approved on the loan that they're going to get because they're getting a 50% loan and they're wanting to put in an offer on Thursday on the condo.
nice.
So I'm like, so 7-day period from the time they watched our videos until they called us and then they're going under contract.
Nice.
So yeah.
So I did want to sign up with that thing, but the weird thing was I saw Jeff's video first, but he didn't put the button for EXP realtors to be able to log in to sign through the funnel. So every time I put I was with EXP, it got rejected. And then so next thing I saw somebody else's video just like his, and I went through his funnel. I went through all the way through his funnel. That's why I know what they do in their pricing and things like that. And I told Jeff about it, and then he finally opened it up to EXP. He forgot to open the other part of the funnel. And so
Yep.
like I kind of want to join through him because it's through our thing, but the other guy kind of like just disappeared too. But I know they have great funnels. It's just what was it? 300 and plus another 100 or two for ads and everything else.
It's 397, 497 to set it up,
First one.
297 a month,
Yep. And
and
then
then you pay
ads.
for your ads.
Yeah.
But you can't look at your ads as an expense because you're going to spend a nickel and get back a dollar. I mean
Right
that's
off.
just you just got to budget that and plan on, I'm going to get all that back 10x or 100x, I mean that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
I mean
So
all
that's
those
what
funnels have a 1 to 2% conversion rate. So every 100 leads that come into your system, you're going to close one or two deals. And if you can get 100 leads in your system a month and you're spending $10 a day, that's $300 a month. Your client acquisition cost is 300 bucks. Will you spend $300 for, now name your average commission in your Phoenix market? 12 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand. Will you spend 300 for 15 grand or 12 grand, 10 grand, whatever it is? Hell yeah.
all
That's
day,
not
every
an
day.
expense, that's an investment.
Yeah. I need to make more investment money.
Well, and the good thing about those funnels is that it allows you to make money until you, because listen, the YouTube is not something you're going to be able to turn on and immediately leads start flowing in. It's going to take a little cultivating. So, I mean,
Yeah.
again, it took us 4 months before we got the first phone call. Now, knowing what I know now, and if I was in a bigger market like the one you're in, I think I could get the phone to ring in a month. I mean, I really do.
Oh, oh,
But,
damn. I put
you
pressure
know,
on me.
but the thing, yeah, but the thing is that, but in the meantime, I know everybody has to eat. You got to pay bills, so, with these funnels, it's like Tim said, you might go out and set an ad and spend $5 or $10 a day. And so you spend what, $10 a day, you spend $300 a month. So if you spend $300 a month, but it produces two sales that even get you, say, $5,000 or $6,000 commission per.
And
Well,
it
then
picked up how many leads that you have
yeah,
name, phone number, and email on too. I mean, that's got value to it. Then you're retargeting those folks.
no doubt. Sending them a weekly newsletter with your videos attached, which is what we do now. We do that, with our database. We send out a weekly newsletter with our, featured listing of the week or whatever. And and I can't tell you, well, I could just about tell you because I can pull up my KV core, but it's funny how I'll look in there and see that so and so has relogged in and looked at and is looking at property, and I'm like, I got one right now. I don't even know the lady. I mean, like her name come up, and she's been looking. She asked me, "What are the HOA fees, and were there any assessments on this condo?" I pulled it up and looked. Oh, here she is looking at another one today. And I looked at this and I'm like, it's a low price point. It's 300 grand. But I'm like, okay, who is she? Where did she come from? So I click on her name, YouTube. I put her in the system 2 years ago. She hasn't looked at anything in 2 years. And then all of a sudden she's back looking at property. And I guarantee you she saw the newsletter and that's the reason she started clicking on stuff again. But yeah, it's just staying in front of them. Once, like Tim said, you build a database like that, and that's priceless by building that database because then it gives you a reason. It gives you a whole set of people that you don't have to pay for advertising that you can advertise to. Because you can now send them, like you said, a list of new construction, make a landing page and say, click here if you want to see all the new construction homes in Phoenix, Arizona. And then when they click it, then it takes them to a playlist that you've created on YouTube. And they sit there and watch video after video after video. And then next thing you know, your phone's ringing and they're going, hey, I saw your YouTube channel and I need to buy this place.
Yeah.
So
No,
it
that's a great
works.
reminder. That's a great reminder. I got to get my CRM database. The money is in the database, and you just keep marketing to your database, and you add to your database instead of try to get new people. That's cool.
100%.
That's gold for this training.
That
That's
was the
good.
one nugget we're going to pick up today.
Yeah, that is for real. It's cool. Awesome, guys.
So, Toy, mail me $1,000 check, and if you don't do everything you said you're going to do by next Tuesday, I'm going to cash it. If you don't, I'll tear it up and send it back to you.
I think that's a fair bet. I think 1,000 would be a pain because I've done that, Tim. Like I bet myself and other people $100. I'm like, keep this $100 or like, whatever, whatever. Like I do that, but $1,000 would be painful for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a list. You
You
want to
want
hear my
me to
list
be your
again? Or?
accountability partner. It's going to cost you,
Oh yeah, no.
but it also works.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Yeah, for sure. Do you want to hear my list again, or you want to trust me to do the thing next week?
It's recorded.
Okay, because I got a few more things that I need to do. So. Got to make moves. Can't go slow. I'm going too slow because I got too many things. But I think one of the things I have to outsource my video editing. That takes too long. I enjoy it, but it takes too long.
It is definitely a process. Um, and yeah, it does take a while. I mean, but you'll learn as you start to do the more videos you do, the easier to get because of the way that you actually go out and video. So I've learned the way to do the videos and actually tell myself where the breaks are and everything in the video so that whenever I'm editing it, I go, oh yeah, and it reminds me, and then I can go in and cut that out or add this to it or whatever. And so yeah, you learn little trade secrets the more videos that you do. So
So you do one long video. You don't record, stop, and put it together.
no, I usually do one long video. If I make a mistake, I just keep going, and then I just tell myself in the video that was a mistake, so that I can go back and cut it out. Now, when I edit them, it looks like one long video, but I also a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take the video editor and I'll zoom in on like my face or Aileen's face. Aileen gets so mad at me when I do it, but she's like, "Don't zoom in on my face that close," and I'm like, don't tell me how to edit. I mean, this is what it's going to be.
That's funny.
So, but those subtle changes draws people's attention, so if you can make those subtle changes in there, it makes them keep watching it. And, you don't have to have a whole bunch of fancy takes, a bunch of fancy crap going on in there. But but yeah, there's just those little subtle changes, believe it or not, makes a world of difference.
So I think Canva has video editing. So I think,
Yeah, somebody told me that the other day that you can edit a video in Canva and put it all together now. But there's so many of them out there. But I have been sticking with CapCut
yeah,
just because I learned it. That's what I
CapCut's good
started
too.
on. And it's just so, CapCut just keeps changing stuff and making it better and making it easier and all the AI stuff. And, because now they have it. Like I edited a video for Tim the other day, and it wasn't bad, but the eyes, you could just tell that Tim's eyes were looking off, that he was just reading, going back and forth. You could see the eye movement where he was going back and forth reading. And I just put it in CapCut and said, to fix the eyes, and you can't tell it at all now. I
CapCut
mean,
fix that?
oh yeah. So yeah, now he's looking dead on. I mean, eyes never move. And then also he did a video where we're doing a Facebook ad where he was walking around outside and the camera's moving. But so what I did was I masked it and put it and drew a line around his head and told it to focus on that, and the AI fixed it. So
That's cool.
all the stuff around him's moving, but Tim's head stands still. So
Yeah.
it's like the whole camera is shaking up and down, but Tim's head stands still and talking. So
Because I was using this instead of my
yeah,
Instead of a gimbal.
but
yeah.
yeah, no, but CapCut fixes it, so I'm just like,
CapCut.
you don't need all
All
that
right then.
crazy. and I had, when I first started this channel, I went out and bought a whole bunch of green screens and everything else. You don't even need those anymore. CapCut will remove the background and put any background you want in it. You don't need a green screen. I'm like, this is crazy. You could just remove the background, no matter what it is. And you can also, I figured out a way that you can take somebody and you can make the background stay colored, and then you can make the person in it black and white. So you can, within your film, I mean, it's so freaking cool. It's like I'm just like, this is nuts.
Wow. That's CapCut too?
Yeah, I
Wow.
learn all kind of shit. I mean, I'm on. There's several people on YouTube that teach you how to use CapCut, so I'm on their alerts. So when they put out new videos and says, you won't believe what CapCut's done now, and I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm in here watching videos at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's diving down the rabbit hole, going, oh, I got to go try that. So I'll pull up a video to go try it. So yeah,
Whoa.
it's awesome stuff. Well, Tim and I are
Okay,
fixing to have
sounds
to
good.
jump on another Zoom call here in about 30 minutes.
Yep, sounds good. So I'll get it. I'll get the work done. I don't think I have anything planned next week, so I should see you guys next week.
Okay.
Banner. I have my banner done. I will complete all four thumbnails for all four videos, and I want to have at least one video done. At least the first Phoenix market update. No, I have to have two. You can't just have one. You have to have two. So I'll try to get at least one, but try to get two of those videos done by next week.
You got a grand riding on it.
That should give me enough work that I could be able to do and do other stuff. Okay. Sounds good, guys. Thank you.
All
Appreciate you
right,
guys.
brother.
All right, take care.
See you, buddy.